Let's get right into some interesting posts from the David Pakman Show subreddit. Remember that you can participate in the discussions at davidpakman.com/Reddit. Nearly 35,000 of our viewers and listeners are subscribed free to the subreddit, davidpakman.com/Reddit. A couple of interesting posts I spotted. William McAdoo posted this morning, yesterday. David was right about Tulsi Gabbard being a phony, and links to a piece done by our friends over at the Young Turks about Tulsi Gabbard defending drone usage to Tucker Carlson. You know, I have to admit, I completely forgot about Tulsi Gabbard. It's actually crazy how, she was polling 1, 2, 3%. There was a movement that was very strongly behind her, that wouldn't allow any criticism of Tulsi Gabbard and said she is really the progressive and all this different stuff. She clearly was not. She just disappeared, left Congress, etc. And then now all of a sudden she's back and she's criticizing Joe Biden and she's defending drones and she's doing all sorts of very strange things. My advice is just don't worry about Tulsi Gabbard. I couldn't find her less relevant, truly. And it's crazy. Oh, actually, someone even posted this to the subreddit. They said, it's crazy because Biden is literally more progressive than she is. There's no question about it. There was nothing. The entire Tulsi thing was just a scam. And I'm glad that there are more people now understanding that they may have fallen for a scam. But it's a very good thing that Tulsi has basically disappeared, other than, I guess, appearing on Fox News and tweeting. Another post from user King Vercingetorix, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, which says COVID has killed about as many Americans as the 1918 to 1919 flu, with the additional caveat that many people died from secondary bacterial infections during the 1918 flu pandemic, because that was the situation back then. And that when you account for that, in a sense, COVID itself has killed more. And yet we continue to see a large portion of this population in the United States that just doesn't want to take it seriously, even to this day. And, at some point they're going to be bailed out. That's the crazy thing. Like, most people will survive, assuming COVID doesn't, mutate into something far more deadly, which is not expected to happen. Most people will survive. And no matter when it happens, they will say, we told you so. We told you we never had to actually do anything. But yeah, the flu comparison numbers now becoming a relevant and much discussed topic. And then lastly, a critique of this deferral that's taking place to the Senate parliamentarian, with a post called "The Most Powerful Office in the Nation, the Parliamentarian, is Exerting Its Power Again," writing Senators Chuck Schumer and Dick Durbin are beating the drums again that the almighty nameless overlord, simply referred to as the parliamentarian, is putting a stop to all the good things the lovable Democrats want to do. There's absolutely nothing they can do. It's like trying to beat Thanos with all the Infinity Stones. Okay, seriously, I can't believe they're trying this bold-faced lie again. It's very clearly just an excuse to renege on their promise. David Sirota posted on Twitter, not only can Chuck Schumer replace the parliamentarian, Kamala Harris can overrule a parliamentarian. Daily Poster was one of the only outlets to report this back during the $15 minimum wage fight, because apparently nobody is allowed to mention this fact. Yeah, I think the only way to say it is I'm pretty sick of the parliamentarian stuff. The parliamentarian can be overruled. The parliamentarian can be replaced. And the idea that this amount of power is being given to an unelected individual to set the agenda of what is even going to be discussed and voted on in the Senate. My preference would be, I know the right will say, oh, it's authoritarian. Look at these Democrats that are authoritarian. My preference would be overrule and replace as necessary. Get these things debated, get Republicans on the record actually opposing them on the merits, if that's what they want to do. And let's hold people accountable and actually try to push for some of this stuff. And of course, the cynical reaction would be, this is Democrats finding a way to not have to have the debates about some of these things that will split the party. And there's probably validity to that. But I'm disgusted with the parliamentarian stuff, and I agree. Listen, on $15 minimum wage, I get the math of it, right? Even if you overrule the parliamentarian and you put $15 minimum wage in the COVID bill, it doesn't pass. I get that, and that's a specific situation. It's now just being used as an umbrella when you already may not have all Democrats supporting the agenda. So put this stuff in and let's actually get it to the floor and debate this stuff. That's my view. If you disagree with me, let me know. Join the discussion at davidpakman.com/Reddit.